We all understand the type of climate that we're dealing with. We're dealing with multiple offer situations.
I'd love to know sort of what's your why? What makes you tick? Why are you so successful?
Have a dialogue with your lawyer. Have a dialogue with your agent.
Both sort of passionate about sort of what we do.
Again, vet your agent to make sure that they're experienced and they're local. I like that idea.
No excuse to miss it on Saturdays from 8 to 9.
That's right.
WBZ.
And now, the show that gives you the latest and most relevant housing market news. Real Estate Radio Boston with financial expert Rick Shearer and legal professional Ali Alavi.
You're tapping it to get into Nita market. You said entry price is right around $900,000.
Yeah.
What are you seeing? I mean, are you seeing a lot of it in new construction?
Well, the new construction market has gone up the last couple of years. I'd say in 2010, 2011, builders were not really building a lot of homes, so the inventory was a little bit higher. But now the entry-level home that is like the $600,000 to $700,000 is getting torn down, and these new little McMansions, they call them,
right?
Beautiful new construction homes, being
postage stamp
exactly
lots and
10,000 square foot lot and 5,000 square foot house. So and it's typically 3 to 4 people living in them. So it's not like it's occupied by 10 people. So all these new homes are being built, and that's the demand right now. I say a lot of the newer generation, like myself, don't want to swing a hammer and don't want to work on a home. So that's the biggest thing. I think people are tired of doing sweat equity work on their homes. They want to be able to pull in the garage with their new car, and after they worked all day for 12 hours in Boston and enjoy their weekends with the kids and just not to work on the house. So that's been what's driving the force.
No, absolutely.
And the rates as well, obviously, as you know, it's driving that as well. Jumbo money is pretty good. So
yeah, jumbo money is almost better than conforming money.
Yeah.
So the people that are in that price point are certainly benefiting from that shift.
Yeah.
I want to talk a little bit about inventory.
Yeah.
We've beat the drum for I think 2 years now, where just inventory has been so tough. It's tough in your marketplace, Josh, and Adriano. People that are on the fence, that think, do I sell today and buy, or do I wait a year or two? What kind of education can you give them?
Well, a lot of my clients, I would say, they've been in a home 6 to 8 years, and they now have a couple of kids. They kind of outgrown the home, want to buy a newer house or a bigger house within town because now they're used to the area, they're used to the community, they have these kids in school. Are looking for that house that is not available. However, they need to sell before they buy. So a lot of people, when they buy out of impulse and they buy emotionally, if they haven't sold yet, it's a very hard thing to do. So I suggest to most of my clients, as I sit down with them, I have an hour consultation, I say, look, here's what the inventory looks like, here's what we think it's going to be coming on the market for you this year. But the best thing to do is to sell first, rent the property in a Avalon short-time rental because it's the best thing to do, and put your stuff in storage, and then you have the money at hand ready to go when the inventory comes on. Because we've seen too many multiple bid situations this year, and I think this year's continued. The following year, this year will continue to see that because inventory is not going to be as high as well, I believe.
Yep.
And if you have something to sell and you have to buy, those offers typically don't make it that far in a bidding situation. So.
Tell us a little bit about yourself. Tell us about your market, and tell us about your team.
Okay, my name's Carrie Turner. I'm the listing specialist for Carrie Turner Homes at Keller Williams. Our office is in Concord, but I specialize in the Neshoba Valley, specifically the Groton and Westford area.
Okay.
What is the Neshoba Valley for those who don't know?
Yeah, it's anything pretty much northwest of the city. So where we run Groton, Westford, Littleton, Acton, Boxborough, and then you get a little bit more north with Townsend, Pepperell, that area.
Okay. And where do you focus?
The skiers.
The skiers,
yes,
right,
the
exactly.
mountain region.
And where is your focus again?
And I focus Groton Westford is our big market.
Excellent.
Is our big market, and I personally live in Groton. So
great. So tell us about your team. I know you've got a solid team.
Yes.
Love them.
Yes, me too. They're fantabulous. Henry Rodriguez is my transaction coordinator. He kind of runs. He's my technical guy. Mm-hmm. He takes everything after offer and runs with it. He also does buyers. He works with buyers.
Yep.
And I have a fantastic buyer agent named Cherie who keeps all the buyers happy and writing letters of thanks after and praising her for her amazing personality. She was a teacher by trade, so she's a great handholder and helper.
I was on the phone with her a couple of weeks ago, and I got the phone. I go, wow. She is so nice.
She's on it.
She's so great.
And you can tell she's a teacher. She was a former teacher because she's got that clear, nice voice, and you just want to give her a hug.
Patient. Yes.
I'm
send my daughter to school today. I'm like, God love that teacher. You know,
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
so it's
Yeah.
just.
Well, when somebody's like that, it really takes the edge off. The calms them down, and the nerves are reduced. So that's great. You have someone like that.
Absolutely, and she calms me down. So it's fantastic.
We all need that.
That's right.
And just on that same topic,
Yep.
What do you see as one of the best benefits that you bring to the table as a team?
I think that what we tried to do and what I'm moving forward in 2016 and beyond is focusing on strengths. So again, Cherie, hand holding, she's very patient and calm with customers. She's fantastic at that. I'm trying to just highlight everybody's strengths and really focus on what everyone does best. I'm on the sales side. I do all the listings. It's my name on the team. So I try and present kind of the front of the line.
Sure.
As far as listings. So I
getting all the
appeal
people
to
on the
strengths.
Right seats on the bus.
Absolutely.
There you go.
Absolutely.
Love it.
You sat in the back of the bus, I'm sure.
I'm not touching that one.
Let's talk about the marketplace. I mean, again, we could keep beating that drum. It's inventory. For
Yes.
you to be able to sell something, you need to have something to sell.
Yes.
What are you seeing in your marketplace?
There's not a lot. Combined right now, Westford, Groton area, we've got about 120 houses for sale.
Okay.
So the inventory is very low, obviously. However, high demand for, it's one of my pitches when I talk to homeowners. Who do you want to be in competition with? Do you want to be in competition with 90 other houses, or do you want to be in competition with 1,000 when they come up on the spring market? So
you're gearing people
it's a
up.
plus
You're gearing
for
people
us.
up to get them on the market now.
I am. We, as just like everybody else, we've got listings coming on right away.
Yeah.
From people that we've met with over the winter.
Let's talk a little bit about the investment property. I mean, people that maybe they're first-time investors, maybe they're first-time home buyers. So you have a little cool spin here. First-time home buyers maybe should think about maybe keep renting their primary. Is that what you're saying?
Well, I think that people, when they take on the real estate game, they do it backwards. You start out renting, and then you buy your first property, and then you sell that property to buy a bigger property. And then later in life, somebody smarter than you advises you that you should get into the investment side of things. And by that time, you're probably ready to retire. Where if a first-time home buyer was to take a crack at being a landlord early on and purchase a property that is in a primary residence but also an investment property, they do have some really cool and unique advantages that other people don't have.
So you're saying buy a multifamily, live in one unit, rent out the other ones.
Absolutely.
So tell us a little bit about some of the benefits of doing that than just buying a condo or maybe a single family.
Well, I mean, everybody's interpretation of what investment is different. Some people, say I'm going to buy this brand new condo and I'm going to hold it and it's going to appreciate on its own. Other people look at it like, well, my idea of investment is that I want to acquire a property that actually has rental income so that they could either lower or eliminate their mortgage payment completely. But I think that no matter what, as long as the numbers make sense and you are able to take advantage of the home buyer rates, as little as 3.5% down, whereas a regular investor can't do that. They're putting 20 to 25% down. Once you acquire that property, you can take advantage of things such as like the Mass Save program, which gives you benefits for increases in energy efficiency. There's also the ability to get lower and longer term interest rates.
Yep.
That's a huge advantage that first-time home buyers can take advantage of. And then obviously there's property tax breaks. So you have your residential exemptions in Boston and in Cambridge, which are pretty substantial. I mean, taxes are high in Boston. So when you get that, it's just over $1,900 this year.